Well, hello again to all of my friends. That's you, the World Wide Web. I hope that was cheesy AF. Happy Friday to you. I hope you've had a wonderful week so far. Welcome to the live stream. This is just a random Friday AMA. Ask me anything. So, got IT career questions? I am here to help. That's what this is all about. There is no set specific topic. It's just what y'all want. What's up, Pizza Gobbler? Oh my goodness. Jesse Johnson, what's up? Oh my god. Is that Adriana? Is it really? OMG. Logan Nahart, please talk about making websites with AI. Would you like for me to talk to you about making websites with AI? We could do that. I wouldn't mind. Jesse Johnson doing the PMPT round 2. Gonna get it tonight. Good luck, brother. You'll crush it. You'll do all right, bro. I have faith in you, my man. I do. I really do. Why is my stuff it's like all choppy, delayed, and whatnot? I guess I need to reboot Windows 95 because it's a little slow. It's a little laggy. Let's turn up the brightness. There we go. Pizza Gobbler, you definitely have questions for me. Okay. Ask your questions. You are welcome, bro. Help you set up your stream OBS nonsense. I told you that I would invite you to my Restream, and you can feel free to use my Restream account anytime you'd like. And like legitimately, it's paid for like the next full entire year. So please take advantage of it if you would like. Kyle Sessions, how you doing, sir? It's going. I'm doing great. 1DRS, you just passed your CompTIA A plus in January, but it's hard to get a job. Well, congratulations on passing your A plus. First of all, how many jobs have you applied for, and then how many interviews have you then received or went on since applying for jobs? You still have to use OBS to restream. You haven't. Why do you don't have to use OBS to use Restream? I just stream directly to the browser nowadays because it's just easy. Why? I hear talking in the background. One of my tabs is, it's playing Audrey again. Thought I heard you talk. I heard Audrey talking to me, and it's legit. Your stream from earlier started to play again. I don't know why. So many you applied and zero interview. Well, if you have applied for many jobs and you haven't received an interview, more than likely going to be your resume. I'm trying to pull up a separate window here so I can pull up this video for you. Resume. Okay. I put the link to the video in the chat. If you're not getting any interviews, you're not getting phone calls for interviews and stuff like that, more than likely it's your resume. Redo your resume, please, and thank you. Was a good site to apply for a QA engineer? Indeed, LinkedIn. I mean, honestly, I'm sure there's plenty of other websites out there that have job postings these days. None that I would necessarily trust 100%, but I feel like Indeed and LinkedIn, you'll be all right. I need to, hang on. I have to kill my sound because I can't, every time those pings go off, it's like ADHD. Like, oh my God, what is that? Wait, it just dinged. Wait, somebody say something I need to know. No, stop, turn off. Fixed. PGGIT, long time no see. Oh, what's going on, man? It's good to see you. All right, see. Let me go through the chat here. Pizza Gobbler, you're 26 years. You're 26 years in your IT career. You're 40 this year. Me too. When's your birthday? Let's compare because I'll be 40 this year too. We're old AF. It's all right. Your new job, your PowerShell automated SCCM, client fixed for Windows updates, and you've done many other things like redesigning walkout kiosks, internet pages, fixing IT support procedures, but you've always been at the low level roles. Your boss now says he wants to support you to become a desktop engineer. He wants you to work with Power Automate and PowerShell, etc., automate stuff in our space. And he wants you to also learn as much as you can in desktop engineering. You're building Windows VM Server today to use as your learning lab. That's good. That's good. I don't know where to start other than checking out my website. My website's probably not going to have the best of things. Probably not. Anyway, I hope you can get something out of these messages. Definitely starting off with the labs and stuff is going to be helpful for you. If you are heavily in a Microsoft environment, I would definitely look at some of like the Microsoft certifications that are out there, especially if you guys like utilize Azure and stuff like that. But I don't know, you're saying SCCM, so I don't know like what your environment looks like. But Microsoft has a lot of great learning material that can help you out in those regards. And then they're specifically, obviously, going to be geared towards Microsoft environments. That would be Azure into. Okay, yeah. So definitely check out SCCM is going out. Okay, perfect. So yeah, definitely check out Microsoft. I could not tell you, and I'm sorry, like what specific Microsoft certifications to look at nowadays, because honestly, Microsoft is like, they changed their stuff a lot. Like and especially in the last probably like 4 years, they've just really like completely like redone like all of their certifications and things like that. And they keep changing. So I would look out on the Microsoft site and see which like what current certs that they have, and they're going to be more focused on, they do have like focused ones on Azure, on I believe with the cover Intune, things like that, but also just more administration, automation, things like that. PGG, there you go. SC 200, 300, 400. Thank you. It's been so long since I've looked at the Microsoft stuff, only because like they've changed it all. And everything's for the cloud. Microsoft Security Operations Analyst. Oh, that's Security Operations. Hi, Courtney Lynn. Why? Goofball. In Intune Endpoint Manager, this is one major option you were thinking of. Yeah, for sure. Microsoft certs are definitely going to be very helpful for you. Now let me go back up through the chat. Now it took me 12 years to read through all your question. Your question. I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm being funny. I don't mind. I just missed a lot of things here. April 16th. Okay. Well, you're going to be your 40th birthday before mine. Happy birthday to you. Kyle Sessions. Out of curiosity, what are my thoughts on DataSys Plus from CompTIA? You haven't been too happy with CompTIA stuff besides A Plus, Security Plus. I think an overview of databases could be cool, though. If you don't have to pay for it, sure. Otherwise, I always I always have thoughts and feelings about CompTIA, right? And you said the A Plus and Security Plus, right? You haven't been too happy with that stuff. Like those are like the best certifications probably that CompTIA offers. Really, especially the Security Plus. I'm not going to give you any thoughts on that because I don't have any good thoughts to share with you. And I apologize for that. It's not that I want to be negative, but it would be negative. So, yeah, I wouldn't bother. There are many other certifications that you can go after that would be much better. If you want to go ahead and learn the material, go ahead and learn the material. That's fine. I'm all about learning material. But when it comes to like actually taking the exams from that organization, I wouldn't spend the money on it. It's my personal thoughts. It's my opinion. You're looking for a cloud career? Well, look into Azure and AWS, my friend. AWS is probably the hot ticket, right? Maybe. I don't know. Azure's getting like, just learn one of them because once you learn one of them, it will be so much easier for you to pick up on the other one. So if you want to start with AWS, great, start with AWS. And if you want to move over to Azure, there will be a lot of similarities and it won't be that difficult for you to like pick up on how the different terminology is used or even how the different GUIs and stuff look like. Look. What's my suggestion to achieve certification? Yeah, go for anything AWS or Azure, Microsoft or Amazon certs for sure. For sure. Oh my god! How come I still hear all of my stuff going off? I wonder if I'm hearing this from my other computer. No. Stop. I keep hearing the pings go off. It's driving me nuts. Logan, are you still here? You want me to talk about building AI websites still? PGG says, personally, they think if you want to go cloud, either are fine. If you want to pivot to security, go Azure. Is that what you're saying? You hear AWS is easier to learn, but for where you are, everyone is asking for Azure. Yeah, locations are going to make a big kind of impact on that. What's the best cert for an IT support entry level? The A+ from CompTIA. It's like the only one that exists. I'm sorry. Why am I getting all of these? No, all right, Logan. You really want to talk about building AI websites? Why do you want to talk about that? What do you want to know, Logan? And for reference, I'll share this with you all. Why do I have this background? What's that? How do I get a different background? This one? I don't really like that one either. This one? No. Can't even tell what this stuff is. Anyway, sorry. So this website right here, it's crockpot recipes, crockpot-recipes.com. If you go to this website, this was 100% built with AI. So all of the text, all of the pictures that you will see, even this cheeseburger right there, it's all AI. And if you were to look at this, let's look at crockpot chicken bacon ranch. Look at this recipe. Here's all the ingredients that you need for this crockpot recipe. And here's your instructions. Very simple, to the point, right? You know what's really cool about this? Aside from the fact that it was built 100% with AI, is that there are no advertisements on it yet. I'll probably put like one on there. And that's just for testing. But you didn't have to do? You didn't have to scroll through and read like your Aunt Karen's freaking recipe on crockpot chicken and where that recipe came from and their entire history of existence through their whole family line, and then have like 1,700 ads that you also then have to scroll through just to get the recipe, right? So that's how like this entire site is basically built for that, like keeping that in mind, right? That's all AI. Like you can tell, because if you start looking at the text that's on these things, it's not right. But yeah, Uh, it's fun. That was a fun project. This was my second AI project, like website project. The first one I can't show you, unfortunately, on a live stream. Um, not that it's not illegal or anything. It will get my channel it will get this video flagged though. Yeah. Not for yeah, again, just because it'd be adult material, but it's not like that. If you know anyway, if you would like to know, hit me up on LinkedIn. I will share it with you. It's just it's for adults. But it's not like, it's not porn. It's not what I'm trying to say. It's not like that. Just like stuff you have to be of a certain age for. But anyway, the point is, it's my second one that I did. The first one that I did is performing really, really well. That's what I was trying to get at with the first one. So I wanted to create a second website that I could share out with everybody and just test out more. But the first website that I built with AI is performing extremely well with like search engine traffic. It's pretty optimized for a specific keyword phrase. Um, and it's performing very well. It was just really surprising to see because it was all built in AI. So it's cool. Anyway, Logan used what resources do I use? Just looking to use it for a college project if you can find an internship. Oh, so this website, everything that was pretty much like written here and even like the recipes, this was all done through Notion. And this whole website is actually built on Notion. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Notion. I will put a link in the chat here. Notion.so. A huge fan of Notion, but it also uses what is it? I got to pull up the link for it. Super SO. So you can use Super SO to host your Notion workbook as a website, essentially. So that's what I'm doing with this. So Notion, the workbook there that I shared, it has its own AI built into it. Its own AI machine, right? So everything here with text was done through Notion AI. All of the images were created with Midjourney or ChatGPT. This one is definitely created with ChatGPT. Anything that has text on it is created with ChatGPT. That's how I know the difference between some of these images, like which tool or product or whatever I used. So anything that doesn't have text on it more than likely was created in Midjourney. I don't know. But yeah. Oh, so you used AI to make it, but AI didn't actually make the website itself, right? Well, so with like Notion, right? I mean, it was like, honestly, so like Notion was like, here's your prompt. And then I'd be like, just give me the ingredients for this chicken noodle soup recipe for the crock pot, right? And like it would give me the ingredients and then a list and a table. Just like I think I actually told it to put it in a table. Like I said, put the ingredients in a table or something like that. I'd have to look back through my Notion notes. So all of the results would have been very similar. So it just spat out the ingredients in a table for me. It's like perfect. And then I'd be like, all right, write me detailed instructions on how to cook this crock pot recipe or whatever. And then just come up with that. Blah blah blah. I don't know why this is on there a couple times. I goofed up on that one. So yeah, I basically just fed AI the prompts. It gave me results. I used all of the results, and that's fine. It was all gravy. I could probably look on the Google Analytics now that I've had this site up for some time, and I've been sharing this one out on social media because I've wanted to see how it would do compared to the other site where I have not shared it on social media. Yeah, it's not really doing anything. It is getting like 10 users a day on average, and no search engine traffic. I don't know if I can. It's not gonna let me share that. But anyway, I hope that helps you out, Logan. This was definitely it was a fun project for me to do, for sure. And it's super easy to add more recipes to the site, even because it could all be done on my phone, because it's just a Notion workbook. So from my phone, if I'm bored, I could just sit there and like have it write recipes for me. You know, it'd be wonderful. One DRS, you have CompTIA, but unfortunately, nearly every company asks for ITIL certification in London. Yeah, I could see that. ITIL, that is a big cert over there overseas. Kevin, you're about to start a junior IT support role. Any advice how to deal with under pressure and not get fired, get PTS from your last job as a data operator? Whew, yeah. Well, IT support role, I mean, depending on the environment, that could be fast paced. You might be getting a lot of tickets come in, a lot of phone calls come in. Again, depending on the environment, it's hard to say like how much pressure there could be within there, but let's just say, for instance, it is like a fast-paced role. The environment is, it's just a little bit more fast-paced. The best advice that I could honestly have for you is when you're dealing with these phone calls, and if you can, like if you're not timed and dinged on time for closing tickets and things like that, but really as you're just starting out, take your time with things. Ask questions, ask questions to your coworkers and things like that. And as you're dealing with tickets or with end users and stuff like that, take your time with them as well. Like repeat questions back, repeat their problems back to them. Allocate enough time for you to kind of like let yourself, I think, get into like the situation that you're dealing with, so you're not getting like too overwhelmed with things as they're coming in. Each ticket, take the same amount of time, take the same amount of effort, put the same amount of like energy into it each time, but like don't go too overboard like with it and things don't try to like rush yourself and think that you need to do that as you're just starting out. Take your time and learn how they want you to do things with that in their environment. As you're just starting out, make that very clear to them, kind of like that's how you operate. Like you like to ask questions, and you like to make sure that you're doing things right, and they'll hopefully guide you and how they want things done. um I don't know, I hope that's helpful for you, and you're all welcome. Happy to help. That's what we're here for. Oh no. Anyway, if y'all have questions, this is what I'm here for. Throw it in the chat. Otherwise, I'm not going to be doing anything fun and exciting. You're just going to sit here and look at my dumb face, not say anything. And if that's what you want to do with your time, I mean, that's on you. Zach is the helpiest guy. All right. The helpiest guy. I love it. Caleb, is it still ideal to take masters in computer engineering? It's all on you, right? No. So realistically, right, if I'm being 100% honest with you and everybody out there who's listening and watching, master's degree will never hurt you, right? Getting any type of degree will never be a bad thing for you. So at the end of the day, it's up to you. Do you want to go through the process of getting a master's degree? Go ahead and do it. It will only be helpful for you. And then just, you also have to think, like, if you don't get it, there might be opportunities that you're not able to get because you don't have it. Now, like when it comes to masters specifically, that you're looking at more like the management types of roles and above and things like that, right? Those are typically going to require a master's degree. But if you don't care about that, then you may not need a master's degree. But still, at the end of the day, like, it's something that's always going to be helpful for you. It's ultimately a decision that you have to come up with on your own, though, because I can't tell you to spend thousands of dollars to go get a degree, right? Like, I wouldn't feel right doing that. And I wouldn't feel right telling you not to do that if that's something that you really would like to do. I'm just trying to give you the options here. And I hope that those options are helpful for you. Hey, Ivan. You're trying to get a job in help desk in Southern California. It's been 2 weeks and you can't get a response for the life of you. You're trying to get a job in help desk in Southern California. It's been 2 weeks since what? Like, you applied for a job, you got an interview, you interviewed with them 2 weeks ago and you still haven't heard back from them? Or you just started applying for jobs 2 weeks ago and you haven't heard anything back? Zach, thoughts on Security Copilot? I don't have any thoughts yet. Quite honestly, I don't. But it will be a topic in the near future. I can tell you that. Let's like the video, guys. Oh, do I have to do the whole, hey, if y'all are enjoying this live stream, don't forget to like and subscribe, because, that's what the YouTube algorithm loves to hear. Thanks, YouTube. You're the best. Get some thoughts, bro. I will get some thoughts. I mean, I have thoughts. There's just no thoughts that I would like to share at this moment in time. You've been applying for 10 or so jobs every day. You've been tailoring each job using JobScan to get through the ATS. I don't think your resume is the issue, but you've only been applying for 2 weeks. Is that still the case? I think it's my computer in the other room that keeps the notifications. I think that's what I hear. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so far. So if you've only been applying for the last 2 weeks and you haven't got a call back, chill out and just chill out. That's all I can tell you. Like, if 2 weeks is nothing, my friend, especially in the world of IT, especially for help desk jobs, especially probably in Southern California, especially in 2024, they're probably getting hundreds of resumes. I could only imagine. But if it's only been 2 weeks since you've applied, yeah, just wait a bit. I wouldn't be worried and freaking out yet at this point. Nick Barker, hello, sir. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming. I have made hundreds of videos. How did I manage to come up with so many content ideas? The community, the people who come here and ask questions. That's it. That's my secret. That's the secret sauce. People come here and they ask questions, and then sometimes I would be like, oh, that would make a great video. I'm going to make a video about that. And then that's what happened. Or because so many people would ask like the same questions over and over again that I like learned or just figured out, like, these are probably going to be topics that these people would enjoy. And yeah, now I only have time for live streams. Oh my God, Jacob Thompson, it's you. I haven't forgot about you, my friend. I promise. I just want you to know that. But yeah, man, if it wasn't not for the community, I probably wouldn't have come up with most content ideas, honestly. The community is the best resource for that, because when you listen to your community, you get to hear about all of the things that they like and don't like, and all of the troubles that they have, and all of the great things that are happening to them. And when you listen to that community, you listen to those things that those people are saying, it's pretty easy to figure out, like, hey, I'm going to make this type of content for them and they'll probably enjoy it. And that's why I come back and do these live streams all the time, because people always come and ask questions because they need it. And I'm happy to help. Pizza Gobbler, you know how you got one job, you found an IT shop and walked in and said you were looking for a job, and then you kept going back until they hired you? That's like the boomerest thing I've ever heard in my like. I would say my life. It's like the most boomerest thing I've heard in I don't know, a while. Legit. Did this happen 20 years ago, Pizza Gobbler? Because it feels like a 20 years ago thing that happened. 2-year anniversary with the IT job you landed after following. You coming up soon. Going to be starting AWS training soon through them. It's awesome, man. Congratulations. That is always great to hear. I'm glad I was helpful in any way, but you did all the work. So, like, please give yourself a pat on the back and make sure you acknowledge all the hard work that you did to get to where you are today. Brother E, been working in IT for about 2 years now. Had a desktop support role. During that time, you got your 8 plus and security plus. Recently, just got a role as a sysadmin. Congratulations. What would be your advice to project yourself further? What do you want to do after sysadmin? You know, that would be a question for you. If you want to be a sysadmin for a while, I would look at your current environment and, like, you know, tools, products and things that you're using in your current environment, and see if there's any opportunity for you to become an expert in one of those tools, technologies, etc., and start to see if you can take training that will help you focus on those things. You know, maybe you guys need somebody who's really, really good with email, and maybe you need somebody who's good with doing backups, and maybe you need somebody who's good with, like, virtualizing things and all of that. Well, there's, you know, trainings and certifications and stuff that it would help with all of those things. So yeah, like 2 questions and stuff back to you, but hopefully, like, that what I said was still helpful for you. What is my main area of focus skill set in IT? Like right now, currently, or like as things have been? Definitely Windows administration. I'm always been a huge Windows fanboy, I guess, in some, yeah, some aspects. Like when you said SCCM earlier, that always that threw me back because I miss those days. And some people would be like, "Gosh, don't say that," you know. But it's been a minute. Like I miss MDT, Microsoft Deployment Toolkit. Like that. Those were the days for me. Right? Like those are the days for me. I enjoyed every single day when I was doing deployments, building deployments, and doing all, like, managing all the deployments. That was fun for me. Not gonna lie. It's all about networking, people. The people kind. Yes. The people kind of networking. You think it did happen 20 years ago? Yeah. Sounded totally like a 20 years ago thing. Training through your employer is a great thing, for sure. PMPT? Yes. Yes, PMPT. When are the Rekka hats coming out for purchase? They are currently, I don't know, probably like more than halfway done at this point at the printer. So soon, very soon, they are being printed. Whatever, made stuff. They are being embroidered, and they'll be like these ones. This was the first one that was made, right? And it's got nothing on the back. These are the new ones that will be made with BHIS on the back. And then we got the trucker ones too. This is going to be the only one like this because all the other ones, it'll be on the back as well. BHIS instead of the side. So this is a one of a kind. And then this one is a super one of a kind because they goofed up on that one, right? Like, if you thought it was already kind of weird to look at and read because it was backwards, yeah, what happens when it's backwards and upside down? Looks totally trippy, right? So this is a one-off. We're gonna auction this for charity, probably at Wild West Hackin' Fest. I'm super, super stoked for that because, yeah, it's special. It's very special. Anyway, soon, my friend. Oh, the PMPT comment was referring to possible next steps for Brother E. For sure. Backwards, upside down looks Russian. Yeah, it does kind of look Russian or something. Michael Weber, you've been working in MSSP SOC for the past 2.5 years, and you have acquired a few certs, Security Plus, CISA Plus, Net Plus. You've been looking at beginner pen test roles. Is this realistic, or do you need a pen test cert? Pen test cert is definitely going to be helpful for you. And, do you also have the knowledge to be a pen tester? And how can you show that? Do you have any type of verifiable experience that you can put on your resume from the role that you've been in that relates to pen testing in any way? What type of other training have you gone through to become a pen tester and to learn pen testing? Have you built and done like home labs? And have you documented those? And do you share that stuff out on the World Wide Web so people can see that you've done that stuff? These are just questions, like general questions that I'm asking. Because if you haven't done like any of those things, start doing them. But also, yeah, certification will be very, very helpful for you. I'll promote a few of the things, right? Because that's what I'm gonna do. Not this one. There's this thing called the PJPT. It's the Practical Junior Penetration Tester cert. That's from this company called TCM Security. I don't know if you've heard of them or not, but if you haven't, now you know. This is like probably the best junior level certification that relates to pen testing that you can go after. Very hands-on, very much realistic to like the real world. Highly recommend it. And then where is this other one? I'm looking for it. We have an intro to pen testing class. Where is it at? Oh, there it is. Introduction to Pen Testing with John Strand. This is also a fantastic class as well. Oh, and TCM prices go up on April 1st, so consider buying it in the next week or so. On April 1st, are y'all sure they ain't trolling you? Whose idea was it to increase prices April 1st? Come on. Why? No. They're trolling. That's my bet. You actually bought the class. TCM Security is great. They are great. I agree with you. I would not disagree with that at all. Not even a little bit. But that's good to hear that you already have it. So you're already well on your way. That PEH class, it is really good. Anyway, sorry. Y'all got questions? That's what we're here for. Throw them in the chat, y'all. Who wants to come on to the live stream? I can open up that availability too. I can send you an invite to the Restream studio. And somebody else can sit here and answer IT career questions. Any volunteers? You're always down. Sheesh. All right. Well, you got to send me a message though. That's how it goes. Sorry. Yeah, send me a message so that I can give you the invite. If you weren't currently working, Anyone other than that's not what I said. What do you mean? I said send me a message so that I can send you an invite, my friend. Trying to put words in my mouth. What the heck? Why do I man, I have way too many windows open also. Dylan, if you don't want to do anything with coding, is there room for you in the IT world? Yes, for sure. 100%, man. 100%. Nick Parker. Good Lord, yes. Yeah. If you don't want to do anything with coding, you're all gravy, man. I'm not a coder, a programmer. I hate programming. But I always say, like, if I could go back, I would definitely 110% learn more programming for sure. But do I ever create music? I always wanted to create music because I'm a huge music fan, right? Like I listen to music like every chance that I can get. And I've always wanted to make music, but I never have. Because I don't have I don't have any like, rhythm. I don't yeah, I'm like tone deaf. So can't do it. You are welcome, Dylan. You know who does create music and they're really good at creating music is Joe Hudson. Joe Hudson, speaking of, TCM security, he's from the TCM security. But Joe Hudson, he raps and he's actually really good. And that makes me so jealous because I love that he can do that because I can't. Oh, you're on the clock till 4:30, but you'd be down and join sometime. Come on, my man. Joe Hudson is 10 years away from dancing for NSYNC. Oh man. He reminds me more of a Backstreet Boy, for sure. I would probably put money that Hudson's a Backstreet fan. He's like Backstreet's back. All right. Clearly, I'm the fan. Pizza Gobbler, you're deciding between going back to school and getting your high school, college, university, but you think you'll instead put your nose in Microsoft Search and get Intune Azure to start. That's not, yeah. I mean, sure. I can't say, one thing good or, like I can't say one thing one way or another, right? Like if that's what you want to do, that's fine, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Good luck to you. You'd like to do both. I mean, you could do both if you have the time to do both and the resources to do both. You don't have your high school diploma or GED? Is that what you're saying also? If you get Azure and Intune now, you'll get offers, but you would also like your traditional school. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. The haircut fish. Hello, how are you doing? Are you going to start making memes now? Is that what's about to happen since you showed up here? Do I need to be worried? I'm not worried. I just, I can't wait because I'm excited, right? Heck no, you did not graduate from high school. That's fine. I didn't graduate from high school either. I got my GED in like 2010. So don't worry about it. Nobody in IT cares. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, you're all good. You should get a GED at least. Yeah, get your GED at least. I mean, sure. But that could potentially, I mean, that's just like the bare minimum, I think, with things where people are looking for requirements. I don't know that, I mean, clearly you have a job now and they don't care, right? So it's not gonna be a big deal. Maybe watching at work, but we'll grab some screenshots for later. Oh, darn it. No, I don't care, man. Go for it. Have fun. Meme away. In reality, you lost out on a government job because you didn't have college. Yes. I mean, that's just going to be one of the things, like, no matter what, when it comes to IT. Not every single job is going to require a degree, but some jobs will require a degree. So, like, many people have to, like, come into the field knowing that. There are multiple routes and journeys that you can go down to find success in IT, but not all of those like routes and journeys and whatever, not all of the roads will like be available for you, like, if you don't have a degree. So, if there's like really like a specific job or like company that you want to work for and they require a degree, well, you might have to get a degree. i've I never run into a problem where I've needed a degree, but I've also never applied for a job that required a degree. So there's also that. And I don't think I've ever wanted to work anywhere that has required a degree. So there's that also. And I've never wanted to be like a manager or director in some corporation. So yeah, never needed it either for that. Anyway, there's people here. Y'all got questions, or you just want to sit here and like just sit here and look at my dumb face and hear me talk? Because I don't really just want to do that. I want y'all to ask questions, talk, communicate with me. I'm here to help you. I'm just here to hang out with you. Oh, Twitch. I didn't even know that I was still streaming on Twitch. My goodness. What's up, Twitch? Why do you have so much hate for CompTIA? Is it because they are multiple choice? By the way, you're coming from a construction background with a wide range of skills, but you've always loved IT. You got your vouchers from government funded course. You're getting your A plus, Net Plus, Security Plus for free. That's amazing. And I support CompTIA every single time that somebody is getting training from them for free or getting like their certifications for free. If somebody else is paying for that, then yes, gosh, take advantage of that all day long. Otherwise, for me, what really drives me crazy about CompTIA, starting from the very top, is that they are a nonprofit organization. Secondly, their certifications are all ridiculously overpriced. Third, with that said, they are supposed to be like entry level certifications, right? These are supposed to be foundational certifications to help you get into the field, right? Well, they don't really kind of like do that. Well, they don't really do a good job of that, right? When their certifications are so gosh darn expensive. So, yeah, I have a problem with that. I do. I have an issue with that because like training should be accessible to everybody. Like learning, like everybody should be able to like learn and get that knowledge. And for that organization to be nonprofit and try to push the message so heavily that they are here to help people get into IT. Yeah, this a lot of what they do just, yeah, I don't agree with. The problem with this is, right, like I don't agree with it, but there's also not any other options out there for some of these things, right? Like A plus and Security Plus are the only certifications from that organization that are worth anything, and they're still overpriced, especially the A plus, especially the A plus. But again, there's no other options out there to help kind of like validate that you have some level of knowledge to become, an entry level IT type of person, right? Like it's good for that, I guess. But anyway, Antone, do you have a like camera and stuff? You gonna come on the camera, or you want to schedule something where you can come back and come on the camera and do all that fun stuff? But anyway, yeah, I don't want to just completely like crap all over them, right? But I did. So, oops. No cam at the moment. Well, let's do it when you have a cam again, my friend. Shy guy. Hello. You recently turned 29 a few days ago. You started the ITF Plus on IT Pro TV to get a cert, but you've been feeling discouraged that you're too old to get into IT. You are only 29, my friend. You are not too old to get into IT. Not at all. Nah. You're good. Keep doing what you're doing. You are not too old. We will welcome you with open arms, my friend. Like there are people who are 50 and 60 years old who are transitioning into IT, right? Like I'm being dead but serious. Freaking 50, 60-year-old people who've been working like their career for like, in their career field for like the last 30 years. And they're just like, you know what? I'm 60 years old and I'm over this crap. I don't ever want to do it again. I don't like, maybe they're an accountant, maybe they're in construction. They're like, I don't ever want to do this again. I want to go work in IT with computers. And you know what? They do it. Like that happens. So 29, you're still a baby. You are. I don't mean that offensively. Just saying in the grand scheme of all of this. Yeah, you're good. What? They are nonprofit? They are nonprofit. They are. Isn't that funny? Look at Martin says, I'm 53, know very little about IT. Assessment says help desk because I have great people skills and I love to help people. Assessment says, okay. I mean, I feel like if any type of assessment that you could potentially take, I don't know. What assessment did you take, first of all? I guess I won't try to assume things. But they cost most all of your minimum wage paycheck. Yeah. Isn't that great? Oh, look at Michael Weber. He laughs at you. Ha, shy guy. I changed careers in IT when I was 50. You're good. See? Joseph Baker. Hello, Joseph Baker. Good to see you, my friend. Shy guy. He started over at 35. You have plenty of time. Oh, my goodness. What's my favorite network port? And if I could change one, what would it be? And what would you change it to? Are you serious, Haircut Fish? For real? And you want me to what? Do you want me to pull up a network port chart so we can start like going over all the ports and then I'll figure out which one's my favorite? Is that what you want us to do on live stream right now? Because I don't know. Like, are you talking like a network port, like on an actual switch? Right? Is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about like what are you talking about, man? I'm like feel like I'm going like 8,000 different ways with it now at this point. Anyway. Yeah, you agree with me on that point. They could be a lot cheaper for entry level. They should be max $100 for any of the courses up to the Security Linux Plus. I agree with you. How about the Google IT? Yeah, I mean, it's a great certificate. It's not a certification. There is a difference. You should look into that. I'd learned that recently. But anyway, not recently. Anyway. The knowledge that you'll learn on the training is great. I will not downplay that at all. It's fine. It's good. But don't expect to like land a job by just having that cert. Like, could it happen? Could you land a job by just having that? Like an entry level? Yeah, for sure. But that's I wouldn't necessarily say I would expect that, right? It's not going to be a great resume builder for you by any means. You're thinking of questions that were both out there but related. It's fair, my friend. It's fair. But all these people, I got an IT haircut 35, right? And Shy Guy is like, oh my God, these people are all old and ancient. 37, 35, 50. Just kidding. We're all old. Like port 22 SSH. I would take HTTPS, my friend. That would be my port. I like that one. That was you. You threw your tools on site and walked off and didn't look back. You're working construction, and then you were like, F this. I'm going to go put my hands on computers. Is it comparable with the A+? Yeah, the Google IT Support Cert. I would say yes. It's comparable to the A+ knowledge-wise and all of that. Pizza Gobbler. Here's a good question. What is a good resource for training at home that is heavy on the hands-on stuff? Building your own labs. And there are so many great tutorials out there on the World Wide Web that will walk you through building home labs. There's this guy that I talk about all of the time when it comes to home labs. His name is Ben Heater. And I will link his blog to you. But yes, home labs all day. Download the virtual box and have fun. That's what I'd tell you. Marco, you're 17. You're very interested in IT. How can you get more involved? And is there a field for more hardware than software? Not like nowadays, like there's not too much for hardware, right? Like, I mean, unless you want to become like a super nerd engineer and go like, start developing hardware and stuff like that, then yeah, maybe you can go down that route. But yeah, like if you're thinking like, hey, I'm going to go and like build computers for organizations and swap out keyboards and RAM and like all that fun stuff all the time, there's not really specific like there's not a ton of specific careers for that. And I say there's not a ton because there are very few careers like that within IT. Very, very few nowadays. Yeah, if you want to get more involved, as I was just saying, build home labs and get your hands dirty and fun and on things and mess around and break stuff and all of that. That's my best advice for you. Jacob, you're currently in MS cybersecurity program that comes with CISA Plus, Pentest Plus, system vouchers. Do you think a CISSP is better in Skip? Well, do you have any experience working in cybersecurity? That's going to be my first question back to you. How much experience do you have working in cybersecurity, Jacob? What are the minimum specs for a laptop you should have for a work from home job? It depends on what that work from home job is. It's hard to say. I would not get a computer these days. I wouldn't recommend a computer to anyone these days with less than 16 gigs of RAM. And other than that, like, could probably care less about the other specs, honestly, because any processor should be more than sufficient nowadays, given that you have at least 16 gigabits of RAM. Yes. I work from home. My computer is like redonkulous. It has 128 gigs of RAM. It's this thing right here, right? See those the four things, like the four horizontal lights right there? That's all the RAM right there. It's all of the RAMs. Stupid RGB, RBG. Did I say RGB, RBG? What? Anyway. Why are my dogs barking? Oh, the cultural dumpster fire. Solid. If you know a lot about computers and have built your own and worked with them for over 20 years, how hard would it be to get a CompTIA A plus and it would be worth it to start an IT career? If you have only built computers, and I mean, you've worked with them for 20 years, it's great. Um, there's going to be so much information on the A plus that you're just gonna be like, why am I learning this? Why is this relevant? What does this have to do with anything? So, like if you studied for it, you could pass it, right? But like, yeah. I just laugh because again, there's just like so much just like stupid information on that exam as well. It's just not at all relevant to like practical real world as well. Um, yeah, I mean, would it be helpful for you? Yeah, I mean, any kind of certification can be helpful for you. Especially like what type of career are you coming from currently? 2 years in identity access management, the employer's paying for it, so that'd be why, yeah. Um, so I was wondering because the CISSP requires 5 years of experience to have, like, the actual CISSP and not, like, their associate CISSP or whatever the frick they call it, which is stupid, I would wait until you have the experience, to actually get your CISSP, and then I would ask you, "Do you actually need your CISSP?" And then if the answer is yes, you actually do need it, then yeah, go for it. But I wouldn't even bother with it until, you have the required years of experience and all the requirements that it takes to get the actual thing. That's most certs, a whole lot of fluff. Yeah, it's a lot of them, especially when they're multiple choice. How much do I hate printers? Why would you even talk to me about printers? I have one right here, though. Actually, this is a printer. It's an actual real printer where paper, it does print with paper. I'm very sad that I have that. I am. Like it makes, yeah, it really does make me very sad that I have a printer that actually uses paper. Like I feel like I'm murdering trees right now, and I'm depriving our like us of oxygen because I'm contributing to the murdering of trees, and I don't like that. I think printing is stupid, and I think it should be banned. I really do. So people who require me to print things, they should be outlawed or something. Yeah, God, I hate printing. Josh Farr, you've been in desktop support for 2 years and looking to advance in the IT field. Would I still recommend the A plus? No. If you've been working desktop support for 2 years, do not bother with A plus. What do you want to do next? Like you've worked desktop support for 2 years. You've probably got your hands, dirty with many different technologies and things like that, right? So if after these last 2 years, like what area of IT interests you the most? Start taking your studying that way and start looking at certifications that will get you to the next step that you want to be in. But if you've already worked for 2 years in desktop support and you have a degree, I would not even bother with the A plus. You're looking to shift towards the sysadmin route. Awesome. Microsoft, like Microsoft's going to be great. Like Microsoft certifications. There's there's a VMware cert out there. I'm pretty sure like that'd be helpful for you, right? Like you can look at more cloud, look into Azure, look into AWS. That stuff is going to be helpful for you. That's where I would start leaning towards. Robert Rittenhouse, outlaw fax. Yes, please get rid of it. It gives you flashbacks to your old job where they had a fax you had to fix constantly since it was a dealer repair shop. God, faxing. When I worked in the hospital, I'm not even kidding y'all. Like It would fax stuff from like the 3rd floor to the 4th floor. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, literally, would fax things from floor to floor. And it's like, you all have an MFP right there. Scan that and email it. What's wrong with y'all? God. The worst was when they would print out something from the computer to fax it. That has happened. Oh, I'll never forget that day. Then I seen that happen. That was a day I'll remember for a long time. What do they really look for in an IT interview that people never prepare for, and what is a guarantee way to fail a tech interview? Yeah, I could answer like both of those really, kind of easily. I don't know. So, number one fail way to fail a tech interview is to lie, right? Like honestly, and especially like even within your on your resume, don't ever list technologies and skills and stuff that you are not 100% confident in talking about, or at least maybe like probably 75% talking about, right? Like because you're not going to be like complete expert in them, right? But if you're going to list them on your resume or something like these different tools, technologies, etc., be sure you're ready and comfortable to talk about them and talk in somewhat some level of detail about them, right? And then if you get asked a question and you don't know the answer, right? Don't lie about it and don't try to BS your way around it. Be honest. Be like, oh, I don't know the answer to that question, but here's your pro tip that I'm going to give you when you run across those cases where you get asked a question in an interview and you don't know the answer. You're honest with them. You say, I don't know. I don't know how to troubleshoot that. I don't know that technology, but here's what I would do to figure that out. Here's what I would do to learn more about that. And these are all the resources that I would use to learn more about that specific technology that you're asking me about, right? Like there's your pro tip right there. Um like so that's like your way to like fail an interview, but I'm giving you like the pro tip on how to overcome that. The other part of the IT interview that people never prepare for is researching the organization before they come there for the interview. That is the one thing that every single person will like almost every single person like fails on. I don't know why. I don't understand it. Makes no sense to me. But like legitimately, like learn and understand what the organization does because they will ask you oftentimes or in the interview, do you know what we do here? Do you know about us? You know things that we do? You know how cool it would be if you were to be like, yeah, I saw that you guys did this and you guys do all these cool things and blah, blah, blah. And they'd be like, oh, wow, this person took the time and did some research. Good for you. I hope all of that's helpful. Ethan Long, the script kid next door keeps sending the authentication packets to your router using Linux. How can you stop it? Oh, man. Unplug your router? No, I don't know, man. You need a somebody who's not me for that. Sounds fun though. For offensive security, having and Crest certification is way more important than OSCP to apply for some British opportunities. Yeah, anything over there in the Europes and stuff. I mean, I can only talk to the U.S., but from what I hear over there, over the seas, over that little pond that I would have to travel to get to you, right? Crest is the thing. Like Crest is the bee's knees. Jim, just visiting the stream. Say, love your vids. On your way to finish your CS degree. Good luck to you. It's been a bumpy road finding your career goals. Still kind of, but your vids have been great of help. Well, it's good to hear. Oh, Chris, you asked about DEF CON and Black Hat and stuff. I'm sorry. Yeah, I will be at DEF CON this year. 100%. We will be in full force in the DEF CONs this year. And I can't wait. Stop broadcasting the SSID for the person who asked about your neighbor trying to send the DOF packs. Stop broadcasting your SSID. first you should stop broadcasting your SSID and then change your SSID, just so that they can't try to manually input that. Contact the FCC. I mean, you could do that. The Haircut Fish says, I think the best way to help show skills is to start a webpage or blog and write about what you are doing. It both helps cement the knowledge while sharing it. I agree with you 110%. I will always agree with that. James, you started your first service desk position and you're just thinking what steps to take next. You love working with people and you're really good at it. Any particular titles stand out to you? Thanks. I mean, most of IT honestly is working with people. A lot of people don't realize that there are so many jobs within IT where you're just forced to work with people. Some people aren't prepared for that. I'll be honest with you. So go off and do whatever you would like, my friend. Honestly. I mean, if you want to start advancing, start looking at like a senior service desk position or something, managing service desk people. It's where you get to work with your team and how they work with people, how they work with their your customers, and then you have the chance and availability to work with those customers and stuff too. Which OS do I prefer to use? None of those. Honestly, I have no use for any of those operating systems. I'm not doing anything that would require me to use any of those operating systems. But when I did enjoy Kali. Parrot was kind of cool too because the GUI was different and it was kind of unique. I definitely like the GUI of Parrot. And I've never used Tails, so I can't talk about Tails. I'm sorry. Networking not only on platforms like LinkedIn, but within the company to help you excel. Agreed. Okay. I'm okay. I have to leave, y'all. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. For real. I do have to leave. So thank y'all who have joined this random live stream. I appreciate y'all and hope to see you again for the next one. I hope you all have a great weekend. Keep learning lots of fun stuff. If I didn't get to your questions, I'm sorry. We will be doing these on the weekly. So check back next week.